Hi, and welcome to Cover Brand, where we cover all things branding, marketing, and advertising to help you understand what the hell branding is and how it works to grow your business. Welcome and welcome back. I am Ethan Decker. Hello, Jenny Desmond.
Hola, it's so good to be here with you, Ethan.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien, muy bien.
Muy bien. For those of you who don't know, and no, none of you know this, I know Jenny through a variety of nonprofits and other things in Boulder here in town. And then she cajoled me and coerced me into going to Cuba on one of her tours.
Did I coerce you or did I give you that open invitation of take
Mm,
the adventure of a lifetime to go to the
well,
Havana Jazz Festival?
people who know you personally know it was coercion. But, but Havana
Yeah.
Jazz Festival was so great. Oh my God. And then seeing the rest of Cuba or the parts of Cuba that we did see was so
Yeah,
great. So,
yeah.
first of all, that's my plug. You should all go on some of Jenny's tours to Cuba and other places. We're going to talk about that more, though, in a second, because Jenny, first, we have to talk about cover songs.
Yes. And I totally wanted to give you a super Latin cover song.
Uh huh.
And I'm a super Pitbull addict. So
Yeah,
like
I know.
Pitbull does a ton of his own of cover songs. There's not a lot of cover songs of Pitbull, and Pitbull
Right.
does it best. So I had to, you know, get something that makes me dance in my kitchen.
Okay. What did you find?
Shut up and dance.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Now that song's from when? Like the 2010s?
Oh, I don't study music.
Okay.
I just play it
You
and I
just play
say,
it. You just
shut
shut
up
up
and
and
dance.
dance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That song, that I feel like there was a time when that must have been the number one wedding song in America, if not the world.
Really?
Yeah, I was going to all these
Really?
weddings and they'd put that song on and the crowd would just mosh pit the floor and start screaming, "Shut up and dance with me." Ooh, ooh, right?
Yeah. Now you
Oh my gosh.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's kind
yeah,
of my vibe all the time until I collapse in my bed at night. Even
yeah.
when I'm quietly bird watching early in the morning, I'm like doing the jazzy thing,
Oh,
you know?
you got that hyper song. Okay, that does not surprise me one bit. But "Shut Up and Dance," that song, that was the original, um, by Walk the Moon. What cover are you speaking of?
Well, that's actually oh, you're right.
You were talking about what, Tay Watts.
Yeah. Yeah.
How
Because you
did
know
you
what I did? I
No,
looked
tell
at
me.
my, like, playlist of
Mhm.
favorite Get Out and Move songs and said, what cover bands do these songs well?" And I found Tay Watts. Like, they do it really well.
Yeah.
Whereas
No,
there's
they're
a lot of cover bands that I'm like, "Come on, guys."
no, no,
You
no, you're
know,
right.
acoustics and mellow, and it's just like, "Nope,
Oh,
that's not Jenny style."
no, oh, it's not your style. It's also such an easy hack, right? Like, just if you wanna cover a song, just make it a slow acoustic moody version of it,
Yeah,
you know?
that's not me.
No. No, I would agree. It's right. You can't always get what you want. Like, and suddenly
Ugh,
it's some kind of
no.
drippy, moody, bad
Yeah,
cover. Okay.
yeah.
So, Tay Watts covering "Shut Up and Dance," and then we're just gonna shut up and dance to that song. That's what we're gonna
Yeah,
do. Okay. Okay,
amen.
so people should cue that up, to listen to after the show. Thank
Oh,
you.
not turn off the show right now and play the music?
Oh, yeah, do that. Actually, you'll have a
And
lot
then
more
come back
fun.
to us.
Yeah, come back to the show at some point, but go listen to Tay Watts's cover of "Shut Up and Dance," and then if you're inclined, come back to hear Jenny and I cover some brand stuff.
Yeah, I bet he's got some good advice. You should come back to us.
And now for a quick break. Today's episode of Cover Brand is sponsored by the Positioning Chair, the only chair guaranteed to help you own your space. It's also the only chair we have here at Applied Brand Science. We love how it shapes our cheeks and gets us in alignment. It also has this incredible mesh that breathes like Egyptian cotton. Sit differently, sit memorably. The Positioning Chair, because if you don't define your seat, someone else will. And we're back. Okay. Let's talk branding.
Okay, I'm ready.
Good. Well, tell folks about your business and then you can tell me about the question you have.
Yeah. So my business is we do cultural and bird watching tours in Cuba
Mhm,
and Colombia, and
mhm.
it's called Vive Mas Tours, which means live big, live more. So it's really all about like live your best life.
Mhm.
And we've designed them to be perfect fit for 55 and older travelers who
Okay.
want to go and learn and engage. They're not exhausted from their full time jobs and just need to lay on a beach.
Nice.
That's I say go to Cancun. Don't travel with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got a very clear target. You've got a very clear offering,
Hmm.
great. And the company is Vive Mas Tours, and it's probably at vivemastours.com?
It is
It
that
is.
easy.
Great. So, I think you had a question about your tagline.
Yeah. So my business is 10 years old
Okay.
and we used to
Congratulations.
be Viva Cuba
Mhm.
because we were just doing tours in Cuba.
Right.
And then 3 years ago, I was like, we're coming out of COVID. It's time to expand. My
Mhm.
travelers are clamoring for the next trip. So we added Colombia because
Right.
it's another place where it's like, ooh, Americans say, should we go there? Is it safe?
Huh.
Is Escobar going to get me?
Right. Right.
Ethan, what year did Pablo Escobar get killed?
1938? I don't know.
1993.
Okay, I
Yeah.
was
So
close. I was close.
he's been dead 30 years, but we still are afraid of him.
Well, that's a branding challenge for Colombia,
It is. Oh, totally.
right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The drug
And then
cartels.
people say, you're going to Colombia? I've never been to Colombia. Wow.
Is it
Right. So there's a
safe?
little bit of mystique of like, I'm going somewhere
Uh-huh.
you've never been.
Mhm. Mhm.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So now you've got 2 offerings, 2 countries. I'm guessing someday there might be a 3rd.
Well,
Um,
we're
you know,
working on it.
we're
We have
working
a
on it.
plan.
Okay,
The research is happening this spring,
great.
but it's going to be a surprise.
Okay.
I'll give you a hint though. It
Uh-huh.
will be a Spanish speaking location.
Okay. So it rhymes with Madril. I'm just
They
kidding.
speak
That's
Portuguese in
I know.
Brazil.
I know.
Sorry.
Uh, so, you've got these offerings, you've got this new country you're taking
Hmm.
55 and over folks to who are not exhausted from their job, but excited to go learn.
Yep.
And there's this challenge, which is you don't just do tours, you do specific things like bird watching.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So it used to just be a focus on cultural tours,
Mhm.
but now our bird watching tours are very different.
Okay.
And that if you don't want to get up at 6 a.m. and go out places and like stand for half an hour
Right.
looking at this bird, listening for this bird, waiting for it to pop out of the leaves, then you should not be on that tour.
Yeah. Yeah. No, 5 AM. Isn't that the case?
Sometimes
Yeah.
it depends.
I
It
mean, the
depends.
early bird gets the bird or something like that. Uh, what do you expect your tagline to do for you?
Well, so Vive Mas Tours like doesn't really tell you a lot,
Mhm.
but I want people to get it that it's like you are going to connect with something special and local in that
Mhm.
country.
Mhm. Okay. So you want it to almost be like a subtitle for the title of your company, an explainer.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Disney World, the happiest place on earth.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Hmm.
let's hold that one. Actually, let's talk about that one. Why not? Uh, First of all, I think that taglines is one of those things that some people totally ignore and then other people obsess about because, I mean, if you're a company, you need a tagline, right? Not really.
Mm.
You don't. Not every company has a tagline. And frankly, even those that do, I'd say 99% of them suck. I
Oh,
mean, can you remember any of the taglines for car companies from the past 10 years?
No. What is the Applied Brand Sciences tagline?
Well, we have a thing. I'm not sure even I would even call it a tagline, Science AF,
Oh, yeah, that's true.
but it's I don't even know what it
That's your
is.
sticker, right?
It's
You
my
got
sticker.
stickers that say that? Yeah.
And Science AF is just people think it's funny. They love it. I put it on a t-shirt. They want to give it to their sister who's a scientist, or they want to, put it on their Nalgene. But
Mhm.
a tagline isn't essential for a company, but it can do some work if you make it work, if you get it to work. There are a lot
Mhm.
of really shitty taglines, especially in the automotive world, which is why I brought it up.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, driven to perfection, the pursuit of the next. Uh, all these generic bland things that you could just plop on another company and you wouldn't even know which was which. So I'm not a fan of taglines for tagline's sake.
Mm,
They don't do a lot of work. They're not effective. They're not useful. And
mhm,
in applied brand science land, my job is to help people come up with more effective marketing. So if
mm.
you want a tagline that's effective, you need to actually make it do some work for you. And in your case, I think you have a pretty good and specific task for your tagline, which is explain what the hell Vive Mas Tours is.
Yeah,
Okay. Uh, the second thing I would recommend for taglines is they should be sticky. Frankly, that's my recommendation for almost all of marketing,
right?
which is it should be interesting. It should taste good in your brain, when it rolls off your tongue. Like, can you remember any taglines from any brands?
I mean,
Come on, Jenny.
come on, come
You got one
on.
in there floating around? Maybe some old
Yeah,
ones?
yeah. Huh.
Here, I'll say a
Uh,
couple and you'll be like, "Oh my god, I remember this." How about,
I know.
Bounty paper towels?
The quicker picker upper.
Right.
Yes.
Um, Long ago when FedEx launched, they had this crazy campaign when it absolutely, positively has to be there the very next day. That was their
Really?
tagline.
That was their tagline.
Well, think of the name. The brand name was literally Federal Express. Pretty boring, pretty bland.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
almost tells you what it does, that it's
Mhm.
express shipping, but not quite. So their tagline was when it absolutely positively has to be there the very next day.
Yeah,
And it's a mouthful, so they say it quickly, and even that does some work for it when it absolutely positively has to be there the very next day because it's rushing.
right. It
And
feels express.
yes,
Yeah,
it does feel express.
yeah.
Live outside the bun, Taco Bell.
Mm, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Taco Bell also has Live Mas. So
Yes,
when we named our company Vive Mas, we said, "Ooh, do we want it to look like Live Mas?
right.
Live
Live
Mas."
Mas, Live
And
Mas.
we said, "Well, yeah,
Yeah, draft off that. Use it.
yeah,
So there are very few taglines that really are useful. Oh, there's a new one out there that I really am a fan of, and I think it's working. I think it's working really, really well. It's for Arby's. We have the meats.
oh,
And it's Ving Rhames, this actor, this big black guy who's got a very beautiful, dark, chocolatey voice. And he goes,
mm-hmm,
we have the, well, actually, he does the whole voiceover for the whole thing.
right,
You
right,
know, beautiful prime rib cut to perfection. Now with our sweet onion glaze. For a limited time, you can get crispy rings in the sandwich. And then they end with this big slam. Arby's, we have the meats. And he says it out loud at the end of every commercial, even the little 15-second long ones. And when I'm with people who watch TV more than you, because you're up early watching birds, people will echo it back. I'll say, Arby's. And the crowd goes, we have the meats. And it's a tagline that works and it's
yeah,
sticky and it's interesting, right? We have the meats.
yeah, right. Because that's
It's
not actually a real sentence. You wouldn't use that in everyday life.
no, no, but it's
Yeah,
like, okay, meat sandwiches, meat stuff. It's, oh yeah, let's go get
yeah.
some meat at Arby's.
I
So,
mean, now
yeah,
now I need a horsey sandwich from Arby's. You know,
well,
thanks,
shut
thanks a
up and
lot.
eat, right? so, So, go to Arby's, grab a meaty sandwich, and then you can think about interesting, sticky taglines that explain what you do. And don't be afraid to use more words, right? It
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
have to be super short, but it has to explain it. And I would say explain it in a way. Here's ideal. Ideal, Jenny, would be explain it in a way that your customers could remember it and then say it to one of their friends,
Oh, yeah. So,
right?
yeah, yeah. It's gotta rhyme or it's gotta just, like, roll off the tongue. Yeah.
Yeah, rhymes are great. Oh, here's one. Timex watches takes a licking,
Keeps on
keeps on
ticking.
ticking. Boom.
Yeah.
Barry Manilow used to write jingles back in the day, and he wrote, "I am stuck on Band-Aid because Band-Aid's
Band-Aid
stuck
stuck
on
on
me."
me.
Right?
Yeah.
Uh, and so yeah, you're probably too small of a brand to have your own jingle, but
You don't
something with
think
a
Barry
rhyme.
Manilow wants to write for me?
He might be a little hard to reach.
Yeah.
Maybe if you have your people reach out to his people, you could
Right?
arrange
Maybe
something.
he wants to go to Colombia and we can create while
Well,
we're looking at birds in Colombia.
I think he's worried about the cartels.
It's true.
Yeah. Escobar. He's worried about Escobar.
Yeah.
Um, so you're too small for a jingle. However, I think you're right. If you think of a couplet or if you think of alliteration, the last lovely lanes of Lazarius, everything starts with a L. Um, or a known phrase that you then flip, like think outside the bun for Taco Bell. So there are these literary devices you can use. All of these
Mm,
technical names, like alliteration is the one where it all starts with the same letter.
yeah.
Um, Simple Caesar sipped his snifter, seized his knees and sneezed. And then, of course, rhymes are classic. If the glove don't fit, you must acquit. That was from Johnny Cochran in the O.J. Simpson trial.
Ah,
And the frickin' rhyme helped sell in the idea because it was easy to remember. If the
yeah.
glove doesn't fit, then you have to acquit.
Right.
Uh, so, um, so coming up with a thing that A, explains what the hell you are in broad
Mhm.
terms, B, is using some of these literary devices so that C, your prospects, your current customers can remember it at all and then would say it to their friends and they might even giggle about it,
Yeah.
you know?
So what you're saying is if I say authentic and aviary AF,
Mm,
will they get
maybe.
it? Will they giggle about the AF or will they
Mm,
have no idea?
I'm not sure if that's the crowd for AF. 55 and over, I hate to say, although I'm almost 55 and over.
I know. We
Um,
almost qualify.
I know.
Will we still think AF is funny when we're 55?
I
Yeah.
will. I will. I'm
Yeah.
sticking with it. I got to stick with it for at
Yeah.
least 10 more years. Otherwise, I would not be practicing what I preach, which is consistency in your marketing. However, you want to be consistent with something that's working. So, what you can do, Jenny, is get some of those meaty sandwiches, get some fun people who you can riff with and riff
Mhm.
on phrases. And frankly, maybe even do it with some old customers or do it with some folks who would be classic customers because you want to hear their phrases or the funny ways they might think about it
Yeah.
or like get off your ass and out of the country,
Oh, right?
right?
Yeah. Leave your
Like
couch behind.
yeah, get your behind off the couch and leave your couch behind, or right?
Yeah.
With that's another literary device where it's A and B and then B and A.
Mhm.
So get your behind off the couch and leave the couch behind.
Yeah.
There's a literary device there. It was used, for instance, by a famous politician, one of the first Catholic presidents America ever had, who said, "Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country."
Well done. Well done, JFK.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um,
You know, what
yeah,
I'm hearing when we say, "Get your ass off the couch." No, what "Get your
leave the
behind off
couch.
the couch and leave
Uh-huh,
the couch behind,"
uh-huh.
is that I'm hearing, like, the follow-up to that is, "And then shut up and dance."
Well, well put, well put, well played. Good callback. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Jenny, you naturally think of these things. You're naturally funny. You definitely know your target audience, and you definitely know your topic and your product. So I would think you could come up with so many options, and then the trick will be to just try a bunch until you just find one that just rolls off the tongue and is sticky and that people go, "Yeah, that totally brings to life what you do, Jenny." And it's like
Yeah,
the quicker picker upper for Vive Mas Tours.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So we might, when it might really happen
Uh-huh.
is this January at the Havana Jazz Festival over mojitos,
Mm,
right? We might be getting ready
see.
to go to the next great concert in a beautiful historic auditorium in Havana,
Uh-huh.
sipping our mojitos and coming up with our alliterations.
Yes. Yes. And something that I can't roll my R's. Maybe something that rolls off the tongue that way. Absolutely.
Yeah.
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 Are you going to Jazz Fest this year?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Heck yeah.
nice. Okay.
Wouldn't miss out on that.
Well, you stood
I don't
me
get
up.
to go no, I mean, I don't get to go every time. You see, you went
Yeah,
way back when I had another full-time job,
true, true,
and, I finally broke free of that full-time job to make this my full-time job at
which I
AF.
love. I'm so happy for you. I'm so
Yeah,
excited.
yeah,
It's
thanks.
great. And yeah, so to recap, number 1, um, put on some Tay Watts, the cover of Shut Up and Dance.
Oh,
Think about a harder working tagline. Not every company needs a tagline, but in your case, because Vive Mas Tours is a little broad, it's good to have a tagline that just flat out explains it for your audience. And then you're going to want to work on a tagline that's a little inventive, a little sticky, has some of these literary devices that you can envision your prospects remembering and saying to each other, or your customers telling their friends.
yeah,
Cool. Does that
yeah,
sound like a useful thing too?
yeah, yeah. I think I'm gonna use the word "fly" in there somewhere.
Okay.
Fly away
Yeah.
to Cuba, fly off to this bird watching tour, right?
Yeah. And you know what, Jenny? You could even, this is, and you'll have to explore over your mojitos. If you come up with a phrase that then allows you to plop in a different thing each time, one could be cultural, blah, blah, blah. One could be bird watching, blah, blah, blah. One could be, I know we even talked about a coffee tour of Colombia for
Yeah,
coffee aficionados, or a musical tour of one of those countries, because both have great musical traditions.
they do.
But there's something to the notion of um, get get out of your get out of your home and into other cultures, right?
Yeah,
Uh, get off of your ass and onto the next exciting adventure. And
mhm,
and something about that's what you're doing for people, and you just want it
yeah,
to be. And do that too, even before the fun literary stuff, is just spell out what you do. And you could even ask old customers. You could say, what is it that Viva Mas does? What do we really do for people? Like, well, you help me explore places I would be afraid to go to,
mm,
that
yeah,
I want to go to, but I'm afraid to go to. That's an amazing brief for a creative assignment. How to come up with a
yeah,
creative way to say, you help me explore exciting places that I'm a little worried about going to,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yep.
And then that
Safe,
tells you,
secure, no hassle,
yeah, and
all
it
the
tells you
things.
what you have to then capture creatively.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thanks so much, Ethan. I love this.
You're
Um,
welcome.
Yeah, be looking forward to hearing about birds, cultures, coffee, and blah blah blah
Blah, blah, blah
with our
music.
unique cultural tours.
Yeah. Well, I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm going to be one of those people holding a mojito, eating a roast beef sandwich, brainstorming with you. So we'll probably make that happen.
Are you saying you're hoping that we have the meats?
Shut up and dance, Jenny.
Yes, I'm going to. Thanks so much, Ethan.
Ciao.
Have a great day.
If you want to learn more about brand science, head on over to appliedbrandscience.com. So listen, brand science works best when it's a team sport. If you want your crew rowing in the same direction, call me to learn more about workshops, trainings, and talks, oh my, for your company. Head to appliedbrandscience.com to learn more.